what I think is the sexiest war. What's a sexy war? I think maybe it could be the Revolutionary War. January 6th. Come on, I love a beard. But obviously, I'm talking about OG 1770s. Our American Revolution, I think, is innately sexy because it was just so many guys from the tri-state area. And the whole thing with that was rejecting leaving and rejecting one form of power and then forming a new sovereignty. So, sub turns dom. However, I think that maybe a sexier war, if you think about it, is actually the Cold War. Because it was so much, will they, won't they? Oh, don't make me touch my button. So I watched, there's this new-ish iteration of Lord of the Rings. There's a new series of it. And I don't know if you've seen it, but there's black hobbits now. At long last. The diaspora has spread to the Shire. Which, obviously inspires me to think of the brothers and sisters who marched for freedom to Washington in their Sunday shoes so we could walk barefoot like Frodo. Like hobbits. Obviously, I think that's really cool. But I will not rest until they finally make Gollum a woman of color. I am seeking employment, so... You know when somebody talks to you about their aunt, but you call them aunts? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you do? It's like, do you conform to their truth? Like a cuck. Or maybe do you stick to your guns? And whatever you grew up around, and you go kind of wild. Like you speak more freely. You know, with that flat vowel. Me, I don't know, I just kind of change the subject. Oh, I just asked them about their uncle. My first language was Japanese, which I know I don't look like, obviously, I look like my first language was Avatar. But Navi for the real ones. And the thing is, we moved when I was in the middle of 9th grade from Tokyo to Philly, like some kind of reverse Fresh Prince. I'm allowed to say the N-word. But when I do, no one loves it. And I think it's because it always sort of comes out like a question. When historically, that is something people say in the affirmative. serious. I think that there should be a self-help group for black people who just did not grow up around the N-word. I think it could be called, "We Got You, Neighbor." I'm like, "Hi, my name is Brittany, and my dad only wears LL Bean." I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes when people are like, "Oh, what does it mean for you to grow up in Japan?" I think for me, growing up in Japan means that I just grew up around so many high-tech toilets. I don't know, maybe people have gone, there's a feature on a lot of toilets in Japan where if you press a button, it plays a rushing water sound to cover up natural bathroom noises. Yeah, it's a modesty button. A lot happened after the war. And my whole life, I genuinely thought this was so silly. You know, like, oh, we're in the bathroom. The jig is up. Why embarrassment? Right? But now, as an adult, if I have to pee within earshot of anybody, I always sort of silent stream strategically against the inside of the bowl. You know, like the stealthiest ninja you have never heard. Oh, no, I don't have a urinary tract. No, I was just meditating. And you know what's wild is that recently I came across this book, and there's a German word specifically about not being able to pee because somebody can hear you. And I don't remember the word, but it does start with the word piss. And that's definitely the only time that Japan took on a German idea and executed it. So the last time I was in Japan was right before COVID. And I was, there's a lot to do in Tokyo. So I was in bed watching a public access show about learning German. It was Japanese to German. So fun with access powers. And the truth is that the only thing that I really retain from this show is one sentence, and that is this sentence, "Das ist mein Pferd Romeo," which means that is my horse Romeo, and is a really useful sentence for the customs agent at Frankfurt Airport or going on a hunt in Vienna in 1816.